Patrick here. Uh, Welcome to Dollar Tree Theater, the Voters Edition. That is when we put up 5 films for folks to vote on, and then we watch and review the winning movie. Um, so this week's theme was mystery. We did mystery movies, and I thought we have a pretty good. I thought we had a pretty damn good field. Uh, I thought it'd be a good close race. We had 10 by 10 with Luke Evans and Kelly Riley from Yellowstone, very popular TV show. We had The Order starring the late Heath Ledger, still beloved, still miss. Mark Addy from Game of Thrones, and Peter Weller from RoboCop. Thought that was a strong movie. Mystery Road, an Australian film. One of the best films that no one has ever heard about, at least here in the States. It's a fantastic movie. Later on, it went on to become a series in Australia. We have Poker Night featuring Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman, just one of the all-time greats. He can do fanboy movies like Hellboy, and he does dramas as well. Great actor. And then we had from 2005, we had Hard Candy, starring Ellen Page and Patrick Wilson. Ellen Page, we just talked about one of her films not that long ago on the IFC Midnight Show called The Cured. And of course, Patrick Wilson is a major star. He's done the Insidious series. He did Watchmen, and he also played Ocean Master in the Aquaman films. Very popular actor. And so I really thought this would be a really close race. I thought it would be, actually, I really did think, I thought it was going to be between Hard Candy, because I think it's probably the most well-known movie here. But I also thought, but I actually thought that Heath Ledger's movie, The Order, would probably take it because of Heath Ledger's name, and people still, they still talk about his films quite a bit. So that's what I really thought. I thought, hey, Mystery Road would have been my choice. That would have been my choice to see to win this week. Though I love every one of these movies, I probably would have picked Mystery Road because I would have liked to get it some exposure. But that's not what happened. The movie that you guys voted for, wanted me to watch and review and talk about, is 2005's Hard Candy. Not a bad pick. This is a great movie. I've seen this movie, of course. Fantastic. And like I said, I mean, this is probably top to bottom through 8 weeks. This is probably the strongest field that I have put together as far as Voters Edition goes. So 2005 Hard Candy was directed by David Slade. This was his first film that he directed, and it stars, like I said, Ellen Page and Patrick Wilson, and it takes place. It's Ellen Page plays this girl named Haley. She's 14 years old, and we see that she's been talking to this older man named Jeff online, and they're flirting with each other. And this movie took place back when probably past the peak period of chat rooms. Chat rooms used to be a big thing toward the late 90s and early 2000s. I think this probably came out just right when MySpace was starting to take off. But back then, chat rooms were very, very popular as far as where people went on the internet. And so we see that these two have met in a chat room, and they have been flirting with each other, and then they meet. Haley is a really cute, real pixie-looking young girl, and Jeff is a 32-year-old photographer. He's hip. He lives in the hills. Drives a Mini Cooper. He's influential. So they meet at a coffee shop. Jeff buys her a T-shirt from the shop, and then they head up to his house. And as they go in the house, we see that there's pictures on Jeff's wall of several pictures of the subjects that he has used, and they all have one thing in common, and that is they all are minors. I mean, you can tell by the pictures they're not older girls; they're young girls, and so we sort of get an idea right away that Jeff's, well, obviously he picked up a 14-year-old, so we know that he's a little bit of a sleazeball. Um, so he goes ahead and starts doing his usual smooth things that he does whenever he takes a girl up here, including mixing, making them have alcohol. But Haley's one step ahead of Jeff and says that she doesn't drink anything that she doesn't mix herself. So she mixes their drinks. And so as they're having their drinks, um, Haley asks Jeff if he would photograph her. So he agrees to, and then they get ready for the little session. But Jeff has a hard time staying conscious. It seems like Haley has turned the tables and has drugged Jeff. And so thus begins a game of cat and mouse between a 14-year-old girl who is looking for her missing friend and a sophisticated 32-year-old man with some secrets. And so Haley and Jeff, with Haley having the upper hand, they start playing that game of cat and mouse. She wants to know what happened to her friend, and he's denying knowing anything about anything. But as the day goes on, we find out that Jeff's no innocent victim. He's up to his elbows up in some tragic incidents, and Haley is there to, well, while she's looking for her friend, she has a secret of her own, and so those two like I said, they have basically a cerebral chess game. Um, Haley leads Jeff to believe that she has castrated him, and it's a very intense scene, and quite honestly, actually a rather satisfying scene. You sort of wish he had actually gone away and done it. Um, and for a brief second, it looks like Jeff has recaptured the initiative, but like I said, Haley has a lot of skills up her sleeves, and she has a secret all of her own, and so she actually gives Jeff a choice to do the right thing or to continue to be who he is. And I won't mention the ending of the movie just in case no one has seen it. In case anybody has not seen this movie, but it's a corker, that's for sure. It's mostly just a two-person movie. It's mostly just Patrick Wilson and Ellen Page, but there is a cameo by Sandra Oh. Um, and this is a really good movie. Um, and the way they filmed it was top notch. Different colors from the fame in the background. You can tell by the different colors about the personality of the person who's talking. There's a couple of scenes in the movie that are really, really intense, and that is one is where Jeff is tied up. Patrick Wilson is tied up on his table, and they have tied his hands so tight that his hands are turning. They're turning. When you see the scene, you'll see his hands are all purple. They're purple on blue and purple. They tied him too tight. And so he mentioned how, that he knew that, they knew that, but they were in the scene, they were in the moment, and it wasn't until after that he sort of passed out for a couple of minutes that they realized that the hands were too tight, and so they had to fix that. Obviously, he says that he was very sore for 2 or 3 days afterwards because of that. Again, this shows you how good of an actress that Ellen Page is. Now she has transitioned to Elliot Page, but here she is Ellen Page, and she plays Haley really, really well. It's a really nice mix of she's only 14, so there's a really she's 14 in a lot of this movie, but she has the anger of the righteous on her side, and she pulls it off easily. She's a fantastic actress. In fact, she did win a couple of Best Actress award for her role in Hard Candy. She won some awards. This and so did the movie. The movie was made for less than $1 million, and it came out and made over $8 million. But it was only released on 4 theaters initially. It only got released here in the States on 4 theaters. But of course, word of mouth got out, and it pushed it out to people discovering it. Um, yeah, I can't say enough about Hard Candy. It's a extreme suspense. The mystery's there. It's like why is she there? What is she after? What does she think that Jeff's up to? Jeff has his own mysteries. It's like, is he as free? Is he as innocent as he appears to be? What secrets does he hide? And more importantly, is when he gets free, why doesn't he call the cops? Interesting. So 2005's Hard Candy, highly recommend it. It comes with a ton of special features on here, including 2 commentaries, one by the filmmaker and one by the with David Slade and the writer of the movie, Brian Nelson. And then you have a commentary with Patrick Wilson and Ellen Page on here as well. I listened to both. I highly recommend the one with Ellen Page and Patrick Wilson. That was a really good commentary. Highly recommend that. And I have some other things on here as well. The movie runs about an hour and a half, and it goes by really, really fast. It's a fast-paced movie. And you can get it at just about anywhere. It's Lionsgate, so it's got mass-produced. Shouldn't have any trouble at all getting a copy of Hard Candy. I'm not sure if it's been released on Blu-ray or not, but I definitely know it's been on DVD. And you can check it at your usual suspects, Amazon or eBay. All right, that's it for this week. And we have 5 new challengers stepping up. And we are doing horror next week. And that's right, because I know a lot of you guys love coming on in to see the horror movies. I picked out 5, and we'll be putting them up here in a second. And start voting. All right, thanks so much. If you're new to the channel, we do this every week. The review comes out today on a Friday, and the new week of the movies come out on Thursday. So pick a winner by Thursday, review it, and post it up on Friday. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the winning movie. Tell us if you have any suggestions or themes that you'd like to see us do. Drop that as well. We like to do any themes that you guys can come up with. Animation, family, drama, like I said, a horror, suspense, thrillers. Come up with whatever you think we should do that week, and we'll make it happen. All right, thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.